Namaste and welcome to this exciting episode of Sattology Debunking Mythology. I'm sure you love this video. So, before you watch further, do like, share to your friends, and subscribe to our channel. So, we are hearing it straight from an American attorney, well known attorney. And so, there should be no doubts after this video. Many questions you had asked about Trump and this. I am not into any active politics. My work is completely different. So if you like our other videos on historicity of Ramayana and Mahabharata, do tell me, do give me a feedback on those videos or here. So let us welcome Kavita Ramasamy. Namaste and welcome to the show.
Okay. Very, very happy to see you. I'm very happy to be here. I'll be also very glad to answer any of your questions on US immigration.
So after Trump administration came and everyone was worried that the legal residents might be thrown out or the official green cards may be thrown out, people who are on green cards. And there are some people, there were rumors that the old people were being rejected at the airports, some of them. So maybe start with the one about the students first.
Mhm.
So what's happening with this latest immigration law with the students?
Yes, so that is the current burning information or the news that's going on. With the students, currently, like any issues they might have with the law enforcement, or sometimes they don't have any uh, prior criminal offense, or just even the traffic violations. Whatever they have, even though the case could have been would have been dismissed or whatever happened, they are canceling the service, which is the student information exchange visitor information system, which is a database that is maintained by the DSO, the college, the university, and the ICE together. So what's happening is like they are going and canceling it directly, which is very very new thing, because normally the DSO, they inform the DSO, or the DSO does it if there is any violation in the status or even the criminal records or whatever it is. It is the DSO who does it. But currently, when there is a criminal history, it's always there, like, where particularly with DUI, driving under influence, the consulate cancels the visa, but still the status remains the same. See, there are two different things. These two are very different. We should understand that a visa cancellation and the status are two different things. So a visa is used to enter the country, but the status here is what you maintain inside the country. So when the visa is cancelled, you could still maintain the status. So only when you go back, you need the visa to re-enter. So what happened previously is, like, when there is a DUI or a shoplifting offense or something, immediately many of them used to get an email saying that, hey, your visa is cancelled. But the status status here continues. So if they are an F1 or a H1, as long as they maintain the status here, uh, only when they go back they are affected, meaning they have to go back and it may delay the process. They have to go for to see, like, clear all the records. They have to give that, hey, the case has been dismissed or whatever happened with the case, a certified the order, and then they have to prove that in the consulate again, and they get the visa and they come back. So for even those people who have come back with the new visas, or people who have you know they don't have anything, they probably have been sent back from the airport for some small things, like, a guy who I met last week. He had some typographic error in the loan documents. So there was a suspicion in the port of entry, and they sent him back. So he cleared with the bank, and we went for the visa again, and he came back after getting a new visa again. Still, his service is cancelled. So these are the things, like, where there is no issue or even a crime on part of the students. they are getting cancelled, which is alarming, definitely, because they would have spent so much money, the family would have sold the property with so much of dreams. These students come here, and now they are left with the service termination, and they have to go back immediately, or they are asked to self deport from the university. Some universities offer support, but there is nothing much, it was there is nothing, I mean, other than, like, you will be starting with your unlawful presence from tomorrow. It is very, disturbing. So what that is what is happening, and we are trying to figure out which is the right way. Even the reinstatement of, if there is a issue with the maintenance of status, not what normally we do is, like, to clear that, we try to reinstate the status. And even that, may not work in this case, because it is them who cancelled it, and it is very going to be very hard to reinstate it. So currently, what is happening is, because it started last Friday. Last Friday is where, like, so many of the students got an email from the university, stating that, hey, your service is cancelled. So you have to go back, self-report with the CBP app, and self-report yourself, which is good for you. Other than that, like, you will be starting the unlawful presence, which is very, very disturbing. So many students are just going around to find the solution. So we are, there is one good thing, where what happened was the ACLU tried to file a case. I mean, not tried, they filed a case on Monday with the student in New Hampshire. On Wednesday, the student status was reinstated. So there is one hope, where, like, to file a federal court. There are many attorneys who are working on it. So to file a federal court case, because it's not a class action, because everybody's case is different. So they are trying to do a mass action, which means that everybody will be filing their own case. So that the, at least until what I mean, the judgment, there is a TRO, the temporary restraining order, on the termination is being issued. But we don't know, every case is again different. We don't know, just one case has given us hope, but we don't know, like, what will happen for the other cases. But at least attorneys are, that is what they are trying to do now. So if you have anything, similar to that, like a service termination, what I would suggest is contact a qualified immigration attorney to see, like, if federal case is right for you. Because every, I mean, why I'm saying is, again, is every case is different, is because a felony and a traffic offense are not the same. So please go and reach out to a qualified immigration attorney to see, like, if whether the filing a federal case would be the best option for you, or to self deport. Because certain attorneys try to advise for self deport, because if the person's lot H1B is selected in the lottery, so instead of waiting for this and all that, or taking any further risk, they are asking them to self deport, so that at least they can come back on H1. So this is what is still, it's shaping up. It's not much information. Just that one case where the federal judge in New Hampshire said, like, put a TRO, I mean, for the reinstatement, for the termination, and the student was reinstated. So until the case is being decided. So at least if that option is available, many students will have a relief.
So you mentioned about the status. So some people may not understand what does status mean. So SEVIS we understand, student visa information system.
Mhm.
So what is status? Like, how do people understand status?
Okay, when you come, with a visa inside the country, there will be an I-94 given inside the country. So you have to go with an I-94 date. For many H1s have a date where whatever the period that was given, that is the date. But for students, there is a duration of status. So until you continue your studies, and if you are an OPT, and until that time, you will have your F1 status valid. That is the status you have inside the country. So you have to maintain the status, meaning, like, you have to maintain your student status, meaning you have to go to the classes as specified by your university. You cannot work outside of your university. No unauthorized work is allowed, because if they find out that you are working somewhere which is unauthorized, they could cancel your service again. So these are many things, like where you have to understand what your limitations are in your uh, case. So maintaining a status is whatever is allowed in the status, that is whether you are maintaining that. So not only for F1 visa, I would always suggest this for any visa people come in. So this is not your country. When you are coming on a non-immigrant visa, you have to understand whether it is an H4 or H1 or F1 or any status you are coming in. You should know what are the limitations of that particular visa, because many people I know, like, when they come on H4, they they think that only when they go back, because first time they come on a visa itself, right, and they come give the I-94 here. So I have seen cases where they think that only when they have to go back, they have to get the visa stamping. Until then, until the H1 maintains the status, they are fine. It's not like that. You should understand what your limitations are. When what is the I-94? Until the I-94 date, you can stay here. And even then, like, you should know that there are H4s. If the I-94 I-140 is not approved for the main spouse, and if you don't have an EAD, you cannot work here, and you will not be getting a SSN here. So there are many limitations. You should understand what you are authorized to do and what you are not authorized to do. So I would suggest that everybody who is coming on a visa should at least understand the limitations of that particular visa.
That's a valid point, because if you don't transgress the conditions of the visa in which you took the visa, don't
Mhm,
transgress. So normally visa is an invitation also. Like if
mhm.
you look at the other way around, every country offers visa to come to their country, and it's a big business here in the
Correct. It
US.
is not a right, it's a privilege. So
It's
that's
a
what,
privilege.
yeah. So
Yes.
they can take it out anytime. So you cannot claim that, it is my right. No, it is, even if you go to the court or anything, like, if you are violating the status, you will definitely have a problem.
Same is with green card also, because isn't that right? Green card also is a
Correct.
visa, kind
Green
of a
card
visa.
also, it is what it is. Like, they are allowing you to stay here permanently. So you can have this as a permanent resident, but that doesn't mean that you can, if you are into any criminal activities or felony or something like that, not the minor charges, but there are, if you, for there are deportable offense. So if you are in one of those, then they can take away your green card. And if you don't maintain what you are supposed to do in the green card, that is again, like, not only for the visa, even for the green card, when you get a green card, you should know what you are supposed to do, how long you can stay here, whether you have to file the taxes. So many things you should, when it's not about getting the green card, you should be aware what are your limitations, or what you can do and what you cannot do on a green card also. So still you should understand that you are a citizen of a different country, not this country.
Exactly, exactly. Because people overstay. A
Mhm.
general rule that you have to stay minimum 6 months in this country.
Correct.
And you take a green card and overstay outside, then naturally the officer is going to stop you.
Correct. After 1 year of getting the green card, you are considered, if you don't come inside the country within a year, and if you don't have the permission, see, there is a re-entry permit option also if you think that you are going to be outside for more than a year. But if you violate that, what happens is, like, if you don't come inside the country for more than a year, then they may take out your green card. It is considered abandoned. So then, you will not be in a valid green card anymore. So you
Is it
have to
six
come within
months?
a year. No, you have to come within a year, but you cannot
Minimum.
have that as a pattern. See, there
Mm.
are people, like, they say that, yeah, I come every 11 months. and go after 2 months. That is not how it works. You can come as well as, if you're going to do that, you can, it's almost like only having a, we can come inside as in the visitor visa, not on a green card. Green card is like you are saying that I intend to have United States as a permanent resident for me.
Correct.
So which means that you cannot stay outside and then say that, hey, I'm come here. Yeah, you can have a travel job. Those things you have to show and say that, yeah, I'm having a traveling job. I may go outside and stay there for a while and then come back. But still, you should have a residence intent to have, reside in the United States. That's fair, but it is, see, there are so many, as you said, Aditya, there's so many rumors going on. These things were there from the beginning, right? So sometimes last 4 years could have been lenient. The officers could have not, taken that kind of an action, but it was there even before. It was there, like, the first thing, as soon as this I heard the news this January, is like, the parents were sent back because they did not have a return ticket. While they are coming on a B1, B2, they did not have a return ticket there, that was sent back. I have helped so many people, or who were sent back because of the return, not having the return ticket from 2010 or 2012. So it is not new, right? So you should, when you are coming on a B1, B2, you should have the clear uh, idea of when you are going to go back. So you should, that one of the document to prove that you will be going back is your return ticket. That this is my plan, this is my itinerary. So this is what I'm going to do in the country, and I will be going back on this particular day. So those things are there even before
Yes.
the administration. So
Yes.
that's what I mean. Again, I cannot insist that you should understand when you are applying for the visa, you should understand what you can do and what you have to, what documents you have to carry when coming inside the country. And the same with the green card. There have been questions. There are different airports. It also depends on the airports when I talk about the green card. So several airports are very, very strict, not only for the green card, but for even for H1s or visitor visa. So certain airports, you have to just check which airports are okay. And I mean, definitely one of the airports with Chicago is very, very difficult airport. So there are, there, this question is always there. If you use this as a pattern, like, when you come here on a green card, you stay you come after 180 days, and you don't stay here for the 180 days. Every time you come here and stay here for only 2 months and then go back, then there has always been a question. It's not new at all. There there always been a question about, why don't you surrender the green card and get the B1, B2? But if you are forced to take out the green card, you can always go before the immigration judge to present your case. You can say that I don't want to do that, and then they will you know they will be allowed, but you have to go before the immigration judge to present your case. But these are all not new. It has been happening. uh, but as I said, like, the last 4 years could have been easier on them, so probably they forgot what happened before.
So now we have the big backlog of green cards, especially for Indian Americans. We see that, and China. China and India to target. Why do you think? What is the status? Do you think, is it moving, or what do you think?
That is one thing nobody could predict. So if somebody could predict, that is the best thing. But even EB1, for that matter, it stays in 2021 for almost more than a year. It just it jumped 1 year, and we were all happy that it's going to move faster. So people now say EB1, EB1 everywhere. Even EB1 is stuck. So EB2 and EB3 are at least moving a few months, but we don't know. It's 2012 and 2013. I really don't know. I think, like, whoever has filed the 485 that time may retire with the EAD, but people can also retire with the H1B. That is how it's going on. I wish I could predict it, but it's it is pretty bad for Indians, because so many people are there, right? The numbers are so high, so that is the thing. And hope, there's so many bills introduced, nothing is passed, or I don't think that is a priority even now.
Is it in millions?
Yeah, it's so many numbers, and it's numbers they send. Yeah, it's there's so many. Yeah, as you said, like, hundreds and thousands of people, like, who are there waiting for the green card. And every country has a number, and if you pass that number, obviously that after that visa you have to wait. So that's how it is.
Now, gold card. So, have you heard anything about the gold card? Are you processing any gold card yet?
Not yet. That's a good question. No, no, no. So even there was a question about taking out the EB5 and introducing the gold card. I don't know, like, if it, say, everything is cannot happen that way, because uh, there has to be a process for immigration. That is one of the thing with the student visa also. Like, they did not follow the process, the APA process, or the, where nothing was followed in the when they are terminating the student visa. That is the reason they are filing the federal court case also. So similarly, like, the gold card, they are expecting millions of people uh, paying 5 million on a gold card, but I don't, personally, I don't, in my opinion, I don't think so. And I don't think it is uh, that they are going to remove the EB5 as well. It is not that going to be that easy.
Yeah, just yesterday's cabinet meeting, Trump
Mm,
was discussing about the gold card,
mm.
and I think they're launching it. I think they're launching it. They're not. I don't know without launching, how can they get applications? So that I don't know.
Yeah, we have to
It's
wait
not
and see,
launched
because
yet.
it's too
Yes.
early to see like what is happening. But after the announcement, yeah, it's every day is an eventful day now. So
So like, if for people who are watching just now, and who will be watching eventually, what do you advise for the students? What do they do, especially people who are coming from India, and they're spending a lot of money
Mhm. So what I would suggest now is, like, there are attorneys. I have also, I can post it in the comments here. Also, some attorneys with very reasonable fee, they are filing the uh, the federal case. So the federal case is, as I said, because they did not follow it's against the APA, the Administrative Procedure Act, not giving enough notice or not telling any reasons, and the Fifth Amendment due process is being violated by not giving any information and asking you to go out immediately, no notice, nothing. So these are the federal cases against that. So that is what is happening now. Attorneys are filing, and a very reasonable fee, because I can put in the comments. You can check with them whatever the federal case, and you can always do your due diligence also. Because another thing I wanted to say, that see, whatever we are discussing, every case is unique. So this is not don't take it as a legal advice or anything. It is immigration law is very complex. So I will also put a disclaimer here. So please check with your attorney on your case, because every case is unique and different. So I will give you whatever the, after discussing or going through it, I saw one attorney. He is a very, very popular attorney, former ALA president, and he is filing the mass action of the federal suit lawsuit for this for these students. I can provide that information. You can check with them and read their email them to get the information. So that, I think, is one thing which is currently going on because of the recent federal case where the TRO was issued. And if there is no mistake on of yours, like, I would definitely try to file a federal suit, and which can be the TRO can be quicker also.
And for all others, follow the rules, know your visa's limitations, follow them.
Social
Follow.
media, that's another important thing. Yesterday we got a notification from USCIS that they are going to vet out the social media using the AI and see like who are all posting what. And it's not about, I mean, the freedom of expression or anything, but if they find out that any uh, you're supporting any of the organization which is banned here, so those things they are looking into it very closely. So watch out, just be careful. I'm not saying again, like, that you shouldn't have compassion or something, but again, it all boils down to what you can do here and what you cannot do here. So be very careful when you are using the social media, who you like. And many people have this click syndrome where they don't even know what is written there, they'll just go and like it because somebody else liked it. So these are the things you have to be very, very careful about.
Absolutely. And also I mean, I just tell you one thing, wherever you go, follow the local laws. That's a logical thing we do. Like we travel to other countries, we just respect their laws, and that's what Indians are known for. So when you're coming here, so you just follow the law, and I think you'll be good in good hands. And don't get into some rat race in the community in colleges where you have to protest because your emotions are with something. Understand one thing, law doesn't understand your emotions. Law just understands your actions. Just focus on your actions. If your actions are according to the law understands that. So thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank
And
you.
for viewers, if you want, I will make this live interaction once a month so you can get answered. And I'll put her, she's a very popular attorney, so you can have put your contact details in the description so people can contact her and she can help you guide or send you to someone else. Namaste and thank you. Thank you, Kavita, for coming.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you.